Hello, I'm back. I'm going back around and I got my reading glasses on. We'll check the generator out. I'm going to shut it off. Shut it off. Shut it off there. That was loud, wasn't it? Quite a bit. No, nothing. I didn't put no load on it, but I just let it run to circulate the oil through it. But the gauge seems to be working. So showing 120 volts. What I was going to do is pull it back here, and I'm going to check the oil. Well, get it situated here, just to make sure the oil level is right. Let me sit down this phone. I got my little thing here. I was going to show you guys when I checked the oil. I let it run about 30 minutes or so. Let's see here. Set you guys up right here facing this. There we go. That might be good. It'll work, won't it, guys? It'll work. I have to use my flashlight. I'm going to pull this out and check the oil. It should be fine on a generator. Letting it cool down. I mean, really, there's not really much cooling down you have to do with a generator. It's cold out here. So I'm going to run it back up here, and I'm going to check the oil. And if it's right at the full, we're good. I mean, it's got a shut off. Yeah, it's showing right at the full. It's right up here towards the top. So let me shine it down in it. Oh yeah, it's right down into the top. At the top full mark. There's a top full mark down in there. So you can see it down in there. Let me see. I might be able to show you guys what I'm talking about. I mean, probably wouldn't hurt. I mean, it's full. I mean, I'm not going to worry about it. But I can show you guys. It's no big deal. I can't really tell if you can see down the hole what I'm talking about or what, but I'll put the camera up here close to it, see if you can tell. I don't know if you can see in there or not. I'm trying to do it for you guys, but it's in there and to the bottom, so I'm sticking this right back here. Let's see, it's hard to do it and it's cold outside. There we go. But yeah, it's right at the bottom of this dipstick here. Right at the top, right up here, right at the top of it, right at the bottom of this thing, the threads. It's right on that little thing here. You can see it's full. I usually just take it, put it back on, and thread it in. It's kind of odd threading it back in. I know it's kind of makes it, I don't know why they made it. It's kind of hard to get it started. I mean, you got to get it lined up square or straight. And I noticed one thing that it's not the easiest to get it threaded back down in there. I don't know why they did it that way. But yeah, the oil's coming way up on the dipstick. You can see it right there. Well, I'm turning it sideways, but you can see the oil when you stick it down in there. There's a line you can see down in the bottom, and there's a top. They say to get it to where it's almost running out, but this thing's got a safety shut off anyways, so it won't get too low and it'll shut off or won't even start. So if you're too low on the oil, it won't start anyway. But this thing here is the hardest thing about this thing, is getting this threaded back down in there. I know earlier when I threaded it out and put it back, you got to be precise. or it won't go back down in. It wants to like cross thread or something, and you don't want to do that. Wait just a second. Let me see at my phone. This down here, I'm gonna wipe this off. Wipe the threads off a little bit. I don't know, maybe that'll help. If there's anything or debris. Shouldn't be nothing on them threads. I meant. Yeah, there shouldn't be nothing on that. And then wipe off down here at the, maybe wipe around this a little bit. Actually, the generator might be sitting down a hill a little bit. It might be showing a little under fuel or oil, I meant. But this is the problem right here. I don't know why that is so hard to put on. I don't get it. I mean, I don't want to strip it out, and I can't thread it down in there. You know what I mean? So this is a bad thing. This is not good. This is not a good thing, especially on a new generator. I mean, I do not like that. I meant, yeah, this is not the best thing I've ever seen. You'd think they would have made this a little bit more easier to do, or threadless or something. I don't know, or so go back down in it so far without threading or something. But I noticed this is an issue when I first added the oil in it. See, I don't want to strip it, so I have to back it off, and I have to find the right position to get it to go down in there. I'm having a time with it. So if you get this generator, it's going to be a problem. But see, I see if there's any thread. See, I got to make sure there's no thread coming from this going down in the motor. So that's bad. That's not good. Yep, that's not a good thing. So I've got to line this back up here. I'm going to see if I can get this back down in here. The oil looks fine. Now it's just getting that back down in there. That shouldn't even do that. I mean, it should go straight right down in there and thread perfectly down in there. That shouldn't be that hard to do. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be trying to cross thread going down in there. But it wants to, and I'm not letting it do it. I'm not doing it. So that's kind of odd. I mean, that shouldn't be that hard to put on basically like a dipstick or whatever thing for your oil filler or whatever. But that is not good. I don't like this. That is really bad. That's not even going back down on there. So now I'm stuck trying to figure this out without stripping this piece out. Yeah, it's not wanting to go down. I don't know. Now I don't even know what to do, because it's not wanting to go back down in. That doesn't make sense. The thread, see on that, I don't know why they would make something so difficult like this. That shouldn't have been that hard to make this. I mean, I'm trying everything I can to get it up here to go back down on, and it's not wanting to go. Look at that. It's not even wanting to go in. It wants to strip. I mean, I can't thread it like that and it strips. So if it strips, I'm screwed. It gets that shavings, this plastic down inside the motor, and you can't do that. Let me see if I can get this back up here again and try. Yeah, this is really bad. Really bad. I don't understand why they would make something so generically, especially when you have to add oil to this, you know what I mean? This is the stupidest. I've never seen nothing so stupid in my life. Why would you even do that? You know what I mean? That should be going down in there easy. That you shouldn't have to bind. That shouldn't even. You shouldn't have to monkey with it or jiggle with it and to get it to go. You know what I mean? That shouldn't even. That is cheap. That is bad. This is not good. Let me see if I can slide it around. Yeah, this is not good at all. Especially when you want to have something good to run. Look at that. I mean, it's not even wanting to catch. If it does, it's wanting to thread, cross thread. So, I'm going to give this a bad rating just because of this. That shouldn't even, not on a new generator, that shouldn't even have that problem threading down in there. Yeah, I'm going to give them a bad rating. I don't like having to work with watching something because of their mistake of making something bad. You know what I mean? They're not cheap generators. I mean, you buy something good, but I can hold it right there up on it, and it does not want to. Now I may have got it to go. You have to be dead perfect. It finally started straight. I got it straight, and it finally went. You got to hold it, and I snugged it tight. That's all you got to do, snug it tight. But I would give that a bad rating, because you shouldn't have that much. You know what I mean? That shouldn't be that hard to. See, that just turns right up there and snugs on. You just snug it. But you shouldn't have that much problem with that. That's bad. That's not good. One time twisting it the wrong way and just putting too much torque on it. But let me turn it back around. Here, guys, let's see here real quick. Let me shine this back here. Put it right here. And let me see if I can crank it up here, and I'll show you guys it starts back up. Right here, I'll pull it. But I got it. I'm gonna choke it. One more time. I'm just gonna put it all the way on the choke and show you that it starts after checking the oil. See how many cranks it takes to crank it. 1, 2, 3. Well, I got the switch off, guys. It's not going to run if you don't have that switch. If you don't have this switch up here run on, it's not going to run, ain't it? So here we go. Let's try it again. Where you want it at on 120 volts. That's where you plug in for a battery, charging the battery. That's for RV. RV or plug-in. There's that power switch. I'm gonna shut it off. It's too loud. So it started back within a crank or two, couple cranks. But I'm just showing you what it runs. I mean, when I first bought it, starting it, how easy it is to do. You know what I mean? The only thing I put on it was there's a little rubber boots that go up on the bottom. There's like 4 of them. I don't know if I can show you guys or not since I'm doing all this, but they're right on the bottom. See them there? Those right there. There's 4 of them. It's sitting on this carpet. There's 2 on the other side too. So they're right here where the bolts are on the bottom. There's another one there and 2 on the other side. Right there, you can see right there's another one. right there, and the other one's on the other side. But it's simple to put together. I mean, you don't have to put nothing together, but put them for rubber boots, I call them, for feet or whatever. And let's leave the light on. I'm gonna show you the gas can or the tank here real quick on how much fuel you used. Let's see here. It was at the top. You can see it down in the bottom. Let me see here. We'll see where it's at for about 30 minutes of running or so, or less. It didn't use much fuel at all. Look at that. You can see the fuel, see it shake. It's still got a full tank, but it's not no 3.6 gallon like they say. It's only 2.5 gallon. To be honest with you, that whole let me see. Let me see. That ain't even, there we go, couple clicks. But it wants you to use 87 or higher. I used the 90, not 90, 87. I used a 90 octane with the non-ethanol in it. That's what I put in. It says must add 3.6 gallons of fuel, but it's 2.5 gallons. So right there you can see, hopefully you can see that, guys. I don't know if you can or not, but I figured I'd show you how simple it was on these little generators. But yeah, I'm gonna let mine sit there. If the power goes out, I'll have it. And I got my gas can sitting here. That was the 2.5 gallon jug that I poured the fuel in it. See it? You can see 2.5 gallons right there. Well, if you can't see it from this, it might be backwards on your phone, I don't know. But it says 2.5 gallon, and I feel that's exactly what I put in it. This is a 5 gallon can. So the inside's clean though. This might be a little dirty before I sit down in the building. I wiped it off. But yeah, I figured I'd show you. I just don't know why it says 3.6 gallon when it's only 2.5 gallons, and you see where the fuel's at. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get off here. But like I said, it starts right up. I don't know why. I don't know if I'll just leave the switch off until I'm ready to run it. But yeah, I'll show you real quick here. That's the choke. You put the choke way over, and then if it's first time starting it, you want to pull this choke about halfway. It says to warm up. Once it warms up, you can come here and cut it off, cut the choke off. But with the choke on, that's just to start it. So, but then the fuel, I'll just leave the fuel, I'm just gonna leave it on. Or I don't know, it shouldn't matter. I'm gonna leave the fuel on. So, but it's weird how they got it over this ways off. This will flip back around. That's flipped over here is off, like earlier when I showed you. This down is on. I'm just gonna leave it on. I don't think it'll hurt. And that's right here where this is where them hoses I showed you. One that threads into this, connects into this, and the other part goes to the tank, of course. Threads onto the tank I showed you. But that would be simple. So I don't know what all that is in there, but yeah, hopefully it does the job when the power goes out. So that's all I need. But yeah, so I figured I'd show you. But if you want to purchase one, you can. But I got mine. It's a reasonable deal. So, but it comes in handy if you need a heat. I need mainly heat is what I was looking for. But I've got a heater of Mr. Buddy. Let me go inside, guys. It's kind of chilly out here. But yeah, I'm gonna go inside. You guys have a good one. But I figured I'd show you what it does to run it and start it up. The fuel and all that stuff. Switch, the choke, cranking it. Usually the second crank it's good, but make sure you got the choke over and that little fuel valve turned down to show it's on, down at a 90-degree down. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here. Figure you show it running, and I'm hopefully, if the power goes out, it'll keep me keep it running and work good. But I'm gonna use the propane once I run the gas. I'm gonna run the tank out of gas first, then use propane later. Once I use my gas up, that's what I'm gonna use my propane for backup. So yeah, you guys have a good one, and if you like it, get you one. If not, just find you something to get. I had a Duramax I sold brand new, but I wanted this one. I didn't need a big old unit, so works for me. You guys have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.